What is up, guys? I'm back with another CNA video and this time it's going to be about how to become a CNA pandemic edition. So there's going to be 5 steps to it. The first step will be finding a good school. So the way to find a school is to look up colleges around your area. It can be a state school or a community college, doesn't matter. And see if they have a CNA course. Once you find that, you want to prioritize the in-person classes. I know we're in a pandemic and it sounds unsafe, but I mean, you're going to be a CNA working in the healthcare and the medical field where you're going to be around a lot of sick people, so you're just going to have to suck it up now. And it's just better to be in person so you can study the skills hands-on instead of just watching someone, because there's going to be a lot of skills in practicing it, like hands-on and in person would just be a lot better. And also you'll most likely practice it on a mannequin too, so it's a little bit safer because that's how your test will be anyway, so it's perfectly fine. So then once you find the in-person classes, you want to compare the prices and the course length. So we want to save money, so make sure the price is not outrageous or anything like that. It's in your budget. And then make sure the course length is not too long. So for mine, it was literally like a month and a half. So if it's more than like a couple months, I would say try to find something that's shorter, especially if you are in school, if you're a college student trying to become a CNA. You don't have a lot of free time on your hands while you're in school. So doing this like in the summer, which is what I did, would be really helpful. And then if there isn't any in-person classes for you, I would say for online, if you're looking for an online course, just make sure that it offers enough clinical hours, because that'll also be your clinical hours, and it'll also be where you'll like have your hands-on practice for the skills. So just make sure you have like clinicals if you're doing online. And then again, compare the prices and the course length. And then number 2, once you find your good school, you want to make sure that you pass the course. Honestly, don't stress too much on your grades, just because jobs and like if you're trying to become a nurse, like nursing schools don't look at your CNA grades. They'd mostly just look if you got a certificate. So it would be a good break if you're like a college student majoring in nursing or like majoring in whatever you're majoring in. It'll be a good break for you to kind of take a break from school and just like do something productive, but not have to stress too much about like your schoolwork and studying. You'll mostly, like I said before, you'll mostly learn the skills and what you need to learn in your clinicals. So in like the real workforce work area is where you'll mostly learn. And then once you pass the course, you want to schedule your CNA test. You want to schedule your CNA test maybe 2 weeks out, a week and a half out, or as soon as possible, whenever you feel comfortable. Just because you don't want to wait too long, because spots can fill up fast since there's a limited amount of people that can be in a room due to like COVID regulations. So if there's a certain time you have to take it, you can even schedule it before you finish your course. Try to schedule it as soon as possible. Now, there's 2 places you can schedule it depending on your area, is American Red Cross and Pearson VUE. Pearson VUE is really backed up though, so American Red Cross will most likely be your best bet. And then once you schedule that, you want to study for your test. I'm not going to talk too much about this because I made a whole video on how to pass your CNA test on the first try, so go check it out. And I go over a lot of tips and tricks on how to pass it. And then number 5 is looking for a job. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on that too, because most of it will be your preference and what you like prefer on like pay and hours and like commute, etc. and all of that. But the 2 tips I would say when looking for a job is make sure the facility has really good PPE, so reliable and enough PPE for you while you're working, so you are safe as well. And then second part is, if you want to work in a hospital, you have to have about, I would say, 4 to 6 months experience in a care home, a nursing facility, or home health before you work in a hospital. So you have to make sure you have experience. And I know there's a lot of people that want to go straight into working in a hospital because you get paid a lot more, but you're gonna have to have experience in other areas, working in other places before they hire you in a hospital, because they don't want newbies there. But yeah, that's pretty much it on how to become a CNA. Not too much. It's really not that complicated.
During the pandemic.
Oh, during the pandemic. How to become a CNA during the pandemic. It's really not that complicated. It's not a lot to it. But some tiny things have changed. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more videos about CNA. You know the deal, you know the vibes. But yeah, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.